Dear brothers and sisters, and here is a long road to freedom ahead of us. A year ago, I was in Arzachena, Sardinia. I traveled around Olbia, Arzachena, e Cangione. An Italian I met told me a lot about Guglielmo Marconi, a radio pioneer and Nobel Prize winner. He has close ties to Sardinia, especially to the town of Golfo Aranci in the northeast of the island. He conducted key experiments in microwave communication there. Following in Marconi's footsteps in Sardinia, it's worth visiting the observatory on Capo Figari. At the top of this cape, 342 meters above sea level, are the remains of the former semaphore and station from which Marconi sent his first historic radio signal to the Italian mainland in 1928. Accessible only on foot, about 8 kilometers round trip from Golfo Aranci. The Pillar of Light monument Colonna di Luce, located at the entrance to Golfo Aranci, is a 12-meter granite obelisk created in Marconi's honor. What are all of Marconi's inventions? Guglielmo Marconi, or William Marconi, is widely considered the father of wireless telecommunications. His principal discovery, the wireless telegraphy system, radiotelegraph, which paved the way for the birth of radio and all modern wireless technologies. The key milestones of his scientific and technological revolution include first radio transmission, 1895. With exceptional practical intuition, Marconi combined discoveries about electromagnetic waves, previously studied by physicists such as Hertz and Maxwell, with a system of terrestrial antennas. He succeeded in sending the first wireless telegraph signal. Transatlantic communication, 1901. Contrary to skepticism in the scientific community at that time, he demonstrated that radio waves could traverse the curvature of the Earth. Receiving the first signal oasis from Portsmouth, England to St. John's, Canada, Nobel Prize, he was Nobel Prize winner in 1909. He received the Nobel Prize in Physics in recognition of his contribution to the development of wireless telegraphy. Influence of the future. His subsequent research and innovations in shortwave radio laid the foundation for the development of regular radio and television broadcast. Guglielmo Marconi often spoke about the power of technology, the overcoming of human limitations, and the harmony between science and faith. Below are his most famous quotes. Every day brings humanity a new victory in the struggle against space and time. In the new era, thought itself will be transmitted by radio. The advent of the wireless era will make war impossible because it will make it ridiculous. Long experience has taught me not to always believe in the limitations of purely theoretical considerations. Marconi was a deeply religious Catholic. He considered faith and science to be complementary fields. As a researcher of the laws of nature, I encounter everywhere traces of the wonders of God's omnipotence. Only with the help of God, who places the manifold and mysterious forces of nature at the service of man, did I build this device. I am proud to be a Christian. I believe not only as a Christian, but also as a scientist. A wireless device can deliver a message across the desert. In prayer, the human spirit can send invisible waves into eternity, waves that reach the destination before God. Another Christian I would like to mention now. Gilbert Keith Chesterton is one of the most brilliant English writers and thinkers, a master of paradox and apt riposte. His most popular and inspiring quotes include, "On life, love and imagination. To love something, it is enough to admit that it can be lost. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they make us realize that the dragons can be defeated. Humility breeds giants." From the perspective, from this perspective, what should Catholic Poland be like? Cardinal Grzegorz Ryś, during his priestly ordination, in Krakow, several days ago, said, "Martyrdom is never helpless. What should Poland be like? Open or closed society?" Open Society, see book by Popper, Karl Popper. A woman insults, according to the different situations of today of the society, Polish society of contemporary. If there was an accident, it wasn't Putin's hands. It was a catastrophe. Here are the long arms of our world. It takes courage. It takes courage. Cardinal Krajewski said, he was close to the altar with their three acolytes and at the altar, and said, "It takes courage. Catholic faith takes courage." What should Poland be like, open or closed? And for this reason, I would like to say about the power of non-violence. To protest the British salt monopoly, Gandhi led a peaceful 240-mile march to the Arabian Sea to make his own salt. This defining act of civil disobedience galvanized the Indian independence movement and inspired peaceful protest globally. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The goal is to leave this earth with memories, not dreams. Let's shout, have fun. Imagine, you don't love someone for the books, the clothes, or the fancy cars, but because they sing a song only you can hear. I was burning while you came blaming me for the smell of ashes. There are people who forget you with the same reason you forget an umbrella, and remember you only when it rains. Some people will only love you as much as they can use you. There's loyalty ends where the benefits stop. Never give in, dear brother. Never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to conviction of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Am I a Christian? He spent 70 years as a monk in convent. This is what he said about God. We must start with the fear of God and finish with our love for Him, and put much humility and prayer in between these two, and we will get to the kingdom of heaven. Thomas Merton, an outstanding American trappist and mystical writer, left behind a rich literary legacy. His thoughts touch on the essence of love, lowliness, humility, and the search for inner peace. On love and relationship. Love is our true destiny. We don't find the meaning of life alone, we find it with someone else. True love penetrates the mysteries and loneliness of the loved one, allowing them to keep the secrets and leaving them with inner freedom. The deepest level of communication is no longer communication but communion. It doesn't use words, it occurs beyond words, beyond language, and beyond understanding. On inner life and search for meaning. You don't have to know exactly what's happening or where it's all going. It's enough to have a sense of goodness within you and know what you're doing right now. All you have to do is desire to be one ascent. Don't you believe that God will make you what He created you to be, only you let Him? To find God within me and myself in Him, I must bravely face Him for who I really am, with all my weakness. On freedom and solitude, the great temptation of modern man is so immerse himself in the human mass, in the vast, shapeless sea of irresponsibility that is the crowd. Once I saw the film which explores the life of Thomas Merton, a Trappist monk known for his social criticism, spiritual writing, and non-violent stance during the Vietnam War and the race riots of the 1960s. What a relief to be indifferent to things after being tossed about by all sorts of impulses. Thank you very much.